Hi guys, it's Diane and it's Friday and it's I think the ending of Storytime week. Um Honestly, I'm so ready for to tell my story. So let's just jump into this. Everybody's story was kind of uplifting, somewhere iffy. But I'm gonna tell you guys a story that I kind of told you guys about in my introduction, maybe. Like I've been cancer free, but I want to tell you guys like how I knew I got cancer or whatever. Like somebody told me to do this, and I'm like, I feel like that's too depressing for this channel, and I don't want to make people cry. But honestly, I can talk about it now without crying. Like I might cry later about it or something, but I don't think I will. Like I'm kind of like I'm okay now, and I'm gonna get placed. So just to tell you how I got there, like why not share my story? Maybe it'll inspire someone that's going through something like this, if not that so serious, because it's a serious topic. But yeah, so just going straight into my story. I was in like the 8th grade, and I was living my life. I was like, yes, I'm going to high school next year. Like, boys, 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 people, boys, yes. Um, and all of a sudden, like, I just started getting really bad, like, pains, and I didn't know what to do. I just simply, like, let it go, and I was like, I'll be fine. And, like, my parents took me to the ER, like, tons of times, and they were like, no, she'll be fine, she'll be fine. She just needs to take this new medication. Like, they kept putting me on medications, and, like, I was legit, like, my blood levels were so low. Like, eventually I went in, and the doctor, like, checked my eye. Like, I guess if you go like that, and, like, if it's really low, you need blood, or, like, you need iron. And so he was like, yours is really low. Like, everybody's like coming in and like look at my eye, and I'm like, oh, why are you looking at the bottom of my eye for? What the hell? That's weird. That's really weird. But I was like, whatever. And then, like they hospitalized me, and I was like, well, what's wrong? And they were like, we don't know. We just want to do some scans and stuff. And like they found a tumor, and that like completely changed my life. But they didn't know if it was a tumor yet. They were like, we don't know, but we think you might have cancer. And I remember I was like I was so young, I didn't really understand what was going on. Like when they said that, I was like, okay, like is there a pill for that? Like what's going on? People are texting me right now, and they need to not if I'm trying to do this. But like I'm like, yeah, like I just want everything to be okay, and yeah. So I went to school, like they let me out. I went to school, and I remember telling people like, oh my god, I might have cancer. Like people cried over that. Like I didn't even understand what was going on. Like when I was younger, I was really innocent. Like my parents never told me about the bad things in the world, and like so I didn't know. Um, so I'm like, why are you guys crying? Like that's really weird. And they're like, that's really dangerous and all that. But like, yeah. So eventually, like I found out the day after Christmas. I went in and met with the doctor, like the oncology doctor or whatever it's called. And he sat us down, and I remember I was like sitting there, and like my sister's over to the side, like my mom's like on this side, my dad's on this side, and I'm like, okay, so like let us know what's going on. And he goes, unfortunately, you do have cancer, and he's like, we really need to start treatment immediately. I could have died. Like I just now, like my mom has finally shared with me that like it was at the worst possible stage. Like I could have really died, and like I didn't know. I was fine. Like I felt fine. Like I didn't feel fine because obviously I was like really hurting and stuff. But like I just was like, oh, like medication. Like I'm used to people just giving to me so much medication that like I can cope or whatever. And it was like serious. And so that's how I found out. Like after millions of trips to doctors who said nothing was wrong with me, one person actually just looked at my eyes and told me I was losing lots and lots of blood, and told me I was sick. But I am okay now, and I'm getting better and better each day. Like I'm still really weak, even though it's been years. Like it's almost been like 5 years in September, or wait, yeah, I think so. And it's crazy to think that like, oh my god, I've survived that long, but there's after effects of chemo and radiation and stuff that like people don't understand depending on what kind of like cancer you went through. And those are definitely starting to hit me now, and I'm like really weak and I forget things and stuff. But I'm gonna keep going because I'm gonna live my life and I'm gonna do what I want to do. and I am not gonna let anything bring me down. Never. Like, why would I? I don't understand that. But yeah, so that's my story. I'm sorry if I like depressed you or made your Friday bad, but I'm still here, so that should be good. Because I feel like I'm amazing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm pretty average, but whatever. But thanks for letting me share my story, and I appreciate you guys a lot. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Like, hit that subscribe button, like right there. Subscribe to me on my YouTube channel and my other socials. I might put them down below. I might not. I'm pretty lazy right now. But yeah, I'm also working on a cover for my YouTube, so I'm like trying to get this done and do everything else today. But thanks for watching, you guys. Peace out.